Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ray from BinaryNetwork.us. In this video, we're going to cover 5-minute charts with the ST1. In this video, I'm going to give you guys a couple of tips and advice and things to avoid when you're using the 5-minute charts with the ST1. Okay, just like any other indicator, anything can, you're going to get signals that you should and should not take. Okay, so the whole purpose of this is confirmation. We got to always confirm our signals and make sure that we go with the trend or take a right trade that's going to skyrocket or go down pretty far. So we want comfortable trades and we want everybody to win. Another thing I do want to touch up is if you are using the system, make sure you keep it minimum, guys, especially if you're a newer person, a newer trader. You want to keep it minimum. You want to stick to maybe 2 charts, maybe 4 charts at max. And 4 charts at max is pretty extreme for me. I mean, I like using 4 charts at most. But if you're a newer person, you want to start off with 1 chart. You want to start off with 2 charts because you can win money in any trades and any times. Okay, so you do not need to overwhelm yourself and have 10 charts out to make money. Okay, you can make some comfortable, easy trades with 1 chart and still profit big for the whole day. So in this one, I'm going to bring up this chart really quick. Let me go ahead and open up this chart. I'm going to go over a couple things. Where are we at? Here we go. Here's one of them that I was about to point out, but let me show you something really quick before we jump into anything, guys. I'm gonna be working with 2 charts here. I picked the AUD and the JPY. Okay, that's in this one, but we're gonna let me X these out really quick, guys. I'm doing this live time, so I want to go ahead and open up market really fast. I'm gonna show you how I pick my charts. Okay, because when I pick 2 charts, sometimes I pick 4 charts if I want to, keep my eyes running a little bit, so that way I could see what's going on, and that way I could read everything and then confirm everything a little bit better. So I like quality. I like quality trading, so I like keeping it very minimum so I can see the most of every of the market and what's going on, guys. And to be honest with you, man, it's a lot easier for me. I've my winning percentage is a lot higher with 2 charts and 4 charts than it is with 6, 8, because when you get a signal, when you get an arrow and you take it, it is true. You're taking this arrow that made all the conditions and settings, guys, but how long or how far down is it going to go? That's the question. Now, if you have a trend that's going straight up, okay, and you're over here putting a put on it, it might go down for maybe 5 minutes, guys, but you don't expect to win the trade of, a 15-minute trade because it's pushing up. The strength is pretty heavy, and it's going to go up, and it might disappoint you. You're going to lose some money, and that's why I'm going to show you guys how I pick my charts and how I do my trades. What to look out for, what to take advantage of, and so on. Okay. This is the 1 hour chart. I'm sorry. Let me go to 5-minute. Okay, so we're gonna go to 5-minute here just to show you guys a little quick overview. Okay, so we're in the 5-minute charts. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I'm gonna hit once, maybe twice. Yeah, 2 times is fine. Okay, so you could do this, or you could also jump up to 15-minute charts or 30-minute charts. The more you progress and get into this, the more experience you're going to develop, you're going to find your own strategies, your own ways to do things. But this is the way that I usually show people that are newer, so that way they can start from here and start, getting start progressing and then learning your own comfort zone, and you're going to start doing things a little bit different, maybe a year from now or something. It's just like getting a job, guys. When you get a job, you got to start new. You gotta start fresh. You don't know anything. Somebody's teaching you this way, and then who knows? 5 years from then, you're already doing the little things a little bit your way, but you developed it as you went. So that's the same thing with trading. There's gonna be a lot of things you gotta avoid. It's the whole thing is when you're trading, there's a lot of risk. You could lose money. You could win money. But the thing is, taking positive trades, guys, that makes you just very comfortable. It's stress-free trade. You can walk away from the computer and know you're going to win, or as long as you stay away from news as well. That's another thing, guys. You want to make sure you check the news. That's a good thing about doing the two charts or 2 to 4 charts like I do, is I write down the news that's going to happen within that time. Okay, so if in this case we have some news happening in let's see in the U.S., right? So if we had some USD news coming up in an hour, I'm gonna stay away from that. Okay, so I would stay away from anything that has USD in it. I'm just gonna stick with the other currencies for the 2 hours, or for the hour I'm gonna sit down and work. Okay, so that being said, this is what I do. You click your 5-minute chart. Okay, assuming you're all the way in, you're gonna zoom out 1, 2, 3. I zoom out about three zooms out from all the way from the beginning. So I mean, I don't know how much that is from default, but this is pretty much a good view for me of what's gonna happen. Like I said, the more experience you get, you're gonna be able to hit your 15-minute charts and see a little bit more trend or what's going on. But the further, the better. As you can see here, we had let's see, from the 21st. This was the end of the 21st, but anyway, it was coming up, and then we're coming back down, up, and right here it looks like we're sloping down. We're about to go down. I stay away from neutral trends, guys. I hate neutral trends. I mean, those kind of trends anything can happen. This is a good trend for me, downtrend pretty much, a put. So as you can see, it was going down and it just came back up, and we're about to go straight down. However, it's looking like it might start going up a little bit. If you have any doubt, you leave it alone. Okay, let's see, this one's a downtrend as well, but as you can see at the end, it was fluctuating upwards. So if we don't have any, I'm going to show you a good trend, something I would jump in. Let's see, Euro AUD. Okay, that's obviously went up. Now we're in neutral, so this is something I would stay away from. I don't like neutral trends. This one's going down slowly but surely. It's going to start going down. That one's going to start going down. This one's going to start going down, but slowly. It can always fluctuate upwards, so if it's kind of neutral and sloping down a little bit, anything can happen in that time. Things can just start spiking up. So we're gonna find the one I did feel comfortable was with this one. This one's fine. As you can see, we're gonna start going down eventually in this one because it's an overall downtrend. However, at the end you can see it was jumping up. That's really not going to do much especially when we're already going in the overbought zones. So what I would wait for in this case, I would wait for a put in this one. So I would keep this one, and then I would look for another one. Let me see this one. As you can see, I have the trend indicator in the bottom too. The trend indicator works pretty well for determining what kind of trends you're seeing, and what's going on. As far as the M15, I like using that one to help me, to see what's going on. And in this case, as you can see in the M15, which I'm looking in the 5-minute, okay, say 15 minutes within every 3 candles. I'm trying to find what's going on here. The M15 is telling me right now that it's 87% chance going up, which is obviously true. We are going up. As far as the 60 minutes and then the 4 hours, it's obviously going down. So we're looking at the hard overall downtrend. That's what I'm looking at here. That's what I'm going to wait for, because it's going to go up maybe for 15 minutes, maybe half an hour, but then when it comes down, it's going to come down pretty good. So I mean, because the overall trend here is going downwards. So this is something I feel comfortable with following and making sure, so I could see what's going on. And this one's good too. This one's a good downtrend. So we're gonna stick with the AUD and the NZD. So let's go ahead and put the AUD JPY up here, and then we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna show you guys what I look out for. Okay, that was just me being picky on what kind of trend I want to find, and then now I'm gonna show you how I do my trades, what I look out for. So right here we're in the 5 minutes. Okay, so we're in the 5 minutes. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna show you guys exactly the good trades or the good signals on here, and I'm gonna show you the signals that I would avoid. So give me 1 second. Okay, so in this case, what we're gonna do here is, okay, so we're in a down slope, right? So let's see, let's go to this one. This one had a better view, so I can show you guys exactly what I see. Obviously in the AUD NZD, it's kind of neutral for a little bit, so there's nothing I can show you right now, because honestly in this point right here, I would have just let it keep going. I wouldn't even jump in right now. However, if it was just like back right here, then yeah, I already know what's going on. So the more movement, the more up and down movement, the better for me. When you see something neutral like this and you see a couple arrows, guys, you want to stay away from those kind of trades. You want to stay away from those charts, or at least let it run for a while, you know, until it starts fixing itself. Because like I said, we already know we're going downwards in the overall trend, so we're gonna let it go neutral, and it's gonna hit up right here, it's gonna go back down, so we're gonna wait on this one. As far as the AUD JPY, what I'm gonna show you here is the arrows and show you what happened and the reason why I would take them and the reason why I would not take them. And I'm talking about the puts here, guys, because remember, we're going, well, I'm going I'm going for puts in a downtrend. So these are the trades I would take. As far as this one right here, this one would have been a winner. However, I would not taken it because, I don't know, just sometimes it looks good and it's going up, the moving average is going up, you know, the MBFX is going up, everything's going up, and it's happened to me many times where it does go up, but it goes up way too fast and it comes back down within your 15-minute trade. So that's the reason why I like sticking to my downtrends. Just because, you know, it's just more comfortable for me to know that, you know, my winning percent is going to be higher. This one was a close one. I believe it was a winner. Let me see really quick. Here we go. So open in 95.042 016. So this one would have been a winner if you were fast enough. Okay, but anyway, couple things you want to look for is you want to trade. Okay, this is when I trade, guys. When I trade, I would have probably, I don't know about this kind of trade right here, because we're in a, you know, we're in a above the zero in the FXST, and which, I mean, we're in the bull zone, if you will, and it's a buying zone, so there's a lot of buying going on in the green. So to me, I like to wait till I'm in this oversold zone when I'm in the bear zone over here, because when there's a lot of selling going on, I already know we're going downwards. Okay, so in these kind of trades right here, if I'm looking for a put, I want to match my red with my red. Okay, now ones you want to stay away from is if, say if the arrow did come up right here right in the middle, dead center of the zone, of the buying zone or the oversold zone. Those are the kind of trades I tend to just skip, because I like them when they're just brand new, maybe, you know, kind of short in there, or right before they come in, when you see right in the bull zone right here, right when it was coming down at very end, and you already know it's going to start coming down. Those kind of trades I like taking, or ones that are just barely inside. But if it's very deep inside in the middle, I would probably skip that one. This one I would have skipped as well, because we're in the overbought zone, and of course it is coming down though, so that's a good sign. You know, you could jump in on these if you want. For me, and my winning percent, I like sticking to my oversold zones, or just right before the overzone, and I like confirming with these with these things right here. I like confirming with my MBFX, I'm sorry, and I like confirming also with my blue line down here, my FXST. Okay, so as long as my lines are all matching downwards, I am fine. Okay, so my trend is coming down. My signals tell me going down. We're obviously oversold in the MBFX, and we're also in the oversold zone in the FXST. So, and we're not too deep inside. So when I mean deep inside in the middle, I mean when your chart is actually right in the deep, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me see if I can find something really quick to explain to you what I mean. Sometimes you'll get a signal that's right in the deep, like you could tell it's center or it might be center. You can't see any here, but when you do a trade, say if it was right over here. Okay, so say you're in the deep zone right here, and you already know it might be going up, or you have any doubt, you just stay away from it. There's a lot of times where I've seen arrows come up right about, say for example, right here. Okay, so say if example, for example, arrows telling you go down this way, right on this spot right here, and you already see your blue line starting to come up. You know, like I like looking at it like water, like in the beach or something. So say you're walking up, you know, you got less, you know, it's more shallow over here. Those are kind of trades you want to stay away from. That's the reason why I like staying away from the middle, or when it's very deep in, or like it's been deep for a while, because you never know when the trend's gonna start, or when the market's gonna start moving upwards. So I like it when it's barely going in. This one's fine for me because it's still shallow and it's still going in deep. So by the time I came in here, we were already moving downwards, and then we're in the well, in the NBFX, it's already telling us that it's a selling state, so it's a selling zone, and there's going to be a lot of sales going on, or downwards, it puts. And also my linear is telling me we're going downwards, and my signals tell me we're going downwards, and it's fine. So these kind of trades I would take. Now looking at this, let's look at this this trade right here. This is a good trade. However, like I said, I would have skipped it because I'm looking for puts in my downtrends. But this trade is a good trade because first of all, as you can see right here in the bottom, FXST, it's already a smaller bear candle than the previous one. So we're moving up. Something's going on here where it's actually starting to come up. All right. Another thing is, we were in the white right here in the timing, in the NBFX timing indicator. So obviously there was going to be some type of change in directions here. Okay. Typically in these kind of trades right here, especially if you're going to go against the trend, I like to wait a little bit later, maybe until I start seeing the green, maybe in the start of the next candle. When I see green for sure, I would take it. However, like I said, I like just sticking to my puts, especially if we're in a put, you know, in a selling trend. Let's see this one. Okay, this one right here, I would have taken it. Depending on the trend as well, because at this moment it might have been kind of a neutral trend. I don't know yet, but I would have taken it because we're already in the selling zone right here. The MBFX is already telling me that's a sell, so it's going down. And on top of that, the previous bull candle was a little bit higher. So now that we're a bit lower, and then our blue's coming down, then you could be able to take this trade if you wanted to. Or, you know, a lot of things I like doing is I'm very picky, guys. Like I said, these are the kind of trades I would take. This one right here and this one right here, these are the trades I love taking right when it's barely going into the red, or right before you know it's going to pass the zero mark, which is right. Let me show you. Right here. So if I know it's going to go underneath the zero mark, and we're right at the end of the bull candle, and it's as small as it gets, and you get your arrow saying downwards, and you're already in the white right here in the worm, you already know that's going to go down. Okay, and now in this kind of case right here, you know it's going down, the arrow comes up. What makes you take the trade? Well, what made me take the trade is that we already confirmed our downtrend, so we already know we're going down. So there's a higher percentage of me going very deep in the money here, because I'm going with the overall trend, and I also went with my indicators and confirmed with all three charts that we're going to go down. In this moment right here, I had all of these right here, all of these in this indicator, in the trend indicator, telling me we're going down. So it would have been a comfortable trade, guys. Like I said, it's all about quality. If you feel like you shouldn't take it because you're going opposite way, then don't take it. You know, in this case, the trend might have started going up after this. Who knows? However, I'm not risking it until I'm for sure, till I know for sure. So now we're looking at the moving average. If it starts going upwards and we start getting, you know, higher calls for deeper in the money, you know, and we start seeing more um, bull power here, then yeah, then we know that there's a change of directions going on. Then we're just gonna go ahead and go back and then just look for a different chart or readjust and, you know, go from there. So those are things I look at when I'm using the 5-minute charts, guys. And like I said, there's only a couple trades I do take. I'm very, very picky with my trades. So if I see anything like here, you know, something were to tell me to go down, I might have taken it. Depends on what we look at, what we look like in here. Like I said, if it's right in the middle, if we're in the bear zone or in the bear power right here in the middle, for like, I'm talking about like for quite a while in the middle, I would have not even taken it. I like stuff. I like when it fluctuates and barely goes in, or right when it's been in there for maybe a couple minutes. Those are very more comfortable trades for me to take. Let me go to another chart just to confirm some candles with you guys and show you what are good trades and what are bad trades. So right now we're in the AUD USD. Okay, so what are good trades here? In this case right here, our moving average is going upwards. I have not checked yet with the overall average or zoomed out or went out to the M15, but however, as what it looks like down here is we're in an overall downtrend as well. As far as the 15 minutes is saying we're going up, so it's a very similar scenario as to the one we're looking at with the AUD JPY. So in this kind of case, I would wait for puts or wait to see what happens or how this plays off, because what it looks like here is we're gonna probably start moving downwards soon. As you can see right here in the bottom, it looks like it already plateaued and it already hit the highest it can. Now we'll just wait, and by then we should have some confirmation. This MBFX should be turning white, ready for reversal. On top of that, our linear is going to start moving downwards, or I'm sorry, our BN add-on, which is a linear tool. So say if it was coming downwards, that would give me a sign that we're starting to move down. The change of color will give me a sign. This right here, the bull candles will start getting smaller and smaller, so it's going to start moving downwards. And this kind of trade I would take because we're in an overall downtrend, so I would wait for this one. Now here's a candle up here. You can barely see it, but it's right up there. Here's a candle right here. I'm going to mark all of them. I'm going to show you why they're good trades and which ones to avoid. And it all takes practice, guys. Once you start practicing, use spotoption.com and use different kind of platforms and practice and find your zone here, guys, because it's all about confirmation. Whenever these candles come out, or whenever these arrows or signals come out, it's when a certain condition and settings meet for a typical movement. You know, so if it knows that we're going to go a certain direction, it's going to tell us regardless. Now, as far as taking the actual signal, I do not recommend you do that. I recommend everybody to confirm it really quick and just say, okay, well, if it's going downwards, if we're going in a downwards trend, then you should skip out on a call. The more seasoned you get, the better you get in trading. You'll be able to do these kind of trades. However, I still stick to this kind of procedure because it's just very comfortable wins for me. And you know, especially if I know it's going down, then I feel like I'm not really fighting with any. You know, I'm going with the actual trend. So I mean, I'm not really fighting against the current or anything like that. So it's a lot easier for me to take them. They're more confident trades, and I just feel happy for them. You know, in this case, I have 60. Okay, so my 60 minutes is obvious downtrend. My 4 hours obvious downtrend. So I'm going in a hard downtrend. However, like I said, it fluctuates. We're in the 5 minutes, so it's going to go up and down, up and down. So in this kind of cases right here, I'm looking for puts. So since I'm looking for puts here, I'm looking at these 3 arrows as they come out. First of all, this top arrow, the first one, I would have not even considered at all. Because first of all, when this came out, okay, my MBFX is going upwards, so there's no point of me even considering it or hoping there's going to be a hard reversal right here, because there's no way I'm going to take this trade, especially with my MBFX going upwards, telling me it's going upwards. Second of all, I'm in the bulls are in control. It's a selling zone right here. So I mean, or I'm sorry, a buying zone. So if it's in a buying zone, then I'm not going to sell when people are just buying. Okay. This second one right here, I would have taken. First of all, okay, and this would have actually been a loss, but I'm going to continue with this. But I'm going to say, look, we're going downwards here. We're in the white, and then we turn red right here, and then this slope right here was going down. Okay, this blue line was going downwards. So obviously, it did go down. Now, as far as the 15-minute trade, it would have lost this one. I don't know if there's any news here or not, but I don't know what's going on. I'm just going backwards here, and this one would have lost by quite a bit if it was a 15-minute trade. If it was a 10-minute trade, it would have made it. Even a 5-minute trade would have won. However, you see how it just bounced up and just went up in a reversal. Yeah, that would have been a loss if it was a 15-minute one. However, I would have continued here. I would have done this one as well. Now, why? Because we're going in a big downslope right here in the MBFX, and then we're about to hit the red. So, you know, I'm already getting ready for this. Another thing is, right here, it's in the same scenario as the other one was, and like how I told you in the other charts, is the bull candles here are getting smaller. So now we're starting to go down to the zero. Once we start going below the zero, then now we're in a selling zone. So there's going to be a lot of selling going on. So this is something I would have taken as well. This kind of chart right here would have got me in 2-to-1. So I don't know. I didn't see the overall trend on this one. But yeah, this is a downtrend here. However, in this case right here, it was kind of neutral for a little bit. So this candle right here would have got me. Let's see what else we got here. So this is a downtrend apparently, according to the indicator. Excuse me. According to the indicator, we're going downwards as well here. To me, it looks neutral. I would not even mess with it. Let me see what else. Neutral. So this one looks like it's going downwards, but in a neutral, like slow motion downwards. Yeah, there's not much here. I'd have to go into my symbols and open up other charts. However, let's go over a couple arrows really quick here and tell you which signals we should avoid, which we should take. Of course, knowing the trend. When I know the trend, I stick to specific signals. So if we're in a moving trend, if we're moving upwards, then I would just be concentrating on the red or on the green arrows. If it's red, then I would be concentrating, or if it's a downtrend, I'd be concentrating on the red arrows. Okay, so in this kind of case right here, we're gonna go through the last three arrows right here and see why they would be good or bad trades. Okay, first of all, I got at least all of these telling me we're going downwards. 100%, you know, downwards trend. So in this kind of cases, really quick, I wouldn't even look and consider the calling signals because I don't have anything here telling me that we're going upwards. Okay, so in this kind of case, I would just concentrate on the downward trends. Okay, this trend right here, this arrow right here is a good arrow for me because first I'm seeing the downside. You know, it's going downwards. I got the signal here. Another thing is I already saw the band over here and it's starting to move downwards here in the MBFX. It's white and it's gonna turn red. And also down here in my blue line and plus, or my bulls candles getting smaller. I would have taken this one. This one right here, I would take definitely. This was on Friday, so it's obviously I don't know what did happen, but I would have taken this trade as well because we're in the white, in the neutral. We already started sloping downwards here. We're about to go down. Another thing is our blue line's going downwards, and according to our trend indicator, we're in a downwards trend. So that would have been a comfortable trade for me as well. So I hope you guys understand this video, because I'm just going over signals here. I'm just going over the arrows and telling you which ones are good trades and which ones are good or bad trades. If you see anything, guys, that's going against your arrow, if your arrow is telling you down, and even your worm is going upwards, if there's a down signal right over here, let's put a down arrow. So say if we have a down arrow right here, for any case, you could barely see it too. Anyway, so if we have a down symbol right here, okay, although your moving average is going downwards, you guys have to follow the grid here and follow the lines. I mean, what's going on? It's green and it's moving up. So as long as I have one little simple tiny confirmation telling me not to, I don't do it. But this is kind of trade that I would not take. I would look down here. I would obviously see some green. So the green, red, I'm not going to take that. Now, if it was white and it was starting to slope down, then it's a different story. But just getting a signal right on the green is never good. Getting a green signal right on the red, those kind of things are things you want to stay away from. Now, what else tells me it's a bad trend or trade or a signal is because the blue line here, which is in the oversold area, the candles are starting to shorten up as well and starting to move upwards. So those are obvious signs of trades to not take. If you guys have any more questions, get with me in the group or send us an email at support@binarynetwork.us, and we're gonna go ahead and post some more videos and some more live videos soon, and post our trading sessions as well, our live streams once it's available, and hopefully get you guys up to par and make life a little bit easier for you in trading business, okay, in this trading industry. So I'll talk to you guys later.